vlogging we will go, a vlogging we will go. Hello, I do not know. A vlogging we will go.
Hey guys, today what we're going to be talking about is why I do not have a niche channel and I decided to do more of a sort of lifestyle and vlogging channel. All right, now I still run a company that sells one type of product and have now had this company for, I guess it's been, which is kind of hard to believe, 13 or 14 years. And one of the things that I can say about having a company which is product specific, which most of them are, is that after a while, you want to grow. You know, you change as a person and you feel like you've covered everything that you can cover about the subject matter, and you just want to sort of transition and maybe do something different. And when I was starting my channel, which was, I don't know, I want to say maybe 18 months ago or 2 years ago, but I didn't really do much with it until last year. And even then I just, I'd shoot these little videos here and there, more to work on my editing style than anything else. I mean, I haven't really focused on channel growth because I don't do YouTube for a job. It's just something that I do because I enjoy it. I think it's a fun medium to be able to connect with like-minded people. And I enjoy YouTube videos so much that I felt like, I'm sure that at least I can put out something that, whatever group of people will enjoy. I think niche channels are really great when you're starting out for one reason, which is that it's just easier to build a targeted audience and a following and a community around that. Let's say, for example, that you do bodybuilding, okay? And you're a bikini bodybuilder, and all of your videos are about, competition prep and meal prep and workouts and what you wear to the gym and, how it goes with your trainer and tracking your macros. That's a very specific type of information, and you will develop a cult-like following of people that want that kind of information because they will say, okay, this is a person, he or she has put out 5, 10, 20 videos on this subject matter. They must really know what they're talking about. Subscriber ratio or rate, is going to go up just because if they're on your channel, they're looking for that kind of specific information. They don't want to lose you in the YouTube, web. So they're going to subscribe to you. My problem with that kind of a channel is, for me, not really for them, because I am subscribed to a ton of channels like that. For me, I don't want to be locked into talking about one aspect of my life. I mean, I'm a mom, now a single mom, I was married, now I'm divorced. I travel, I run an internet company. There are, like everybody else, there are 30 different things in play in my life at all times. And I just don't want to get to the point where I'm confined to, and I have heard, like, especially beauty channels where, they've built this following, because they did makeup reviews or different looks or whatever. And then, 3 years down the road, when they have a pretty substantial audience, maybe it's just not as fun for them anymore to talk about makeup. And then they kind of want to, because, they're growing in the background behind their videos. So they want to, do some other things and introduce some personal portions of their life into their video. And a lot of times when they try to make that jump, that can be very challenging for them. And I've seen, like, a lot of people, putting comments like, oh, we don't want to see this kind of stuff. I just think that that's challenging. I think it's, for me at least, easier if you just talk about whatever you want to talk about. Like, I mean, on my channel, I do life hacks and product reviews, and, I talk about some pretty serious stuff and then, some pretty silly stuff. And then sometimes I'll just sit down and chat about whatever, random thought is knocking back and forth inside my head that day. And I enjoy that freedom. Again, I don't do YouTube for a living. I think it would be great and a lot of fun to do that at some point down the road. But for me right now, it's just something that I do to just do. And I always, if you look at my videos from, 2 years ago, and then you look at my videos from today, you're gonna see a very large jump in production quality and the annotations and end cards and subscribe buttons and all of that. So you'll be able to see the progression of how I'm learning to better create content. Sorry, there is a fly in here. Ugh, where's a fly swatter when you need one? Whack you. so my channel has not grown as quickly because I think there are a lot of people that will come to my channel for, they'll see like a life hack video, or, the one that I did the other day about, protective orders or whatever. And so they'll watch that, and then, they'll see that a lot of my content is not related to that. So they're not going to subscribe. Now, again, your worth on YouTube is tied to those two metrics, right? Your views and your subscriber count. I would rather have more views than subscribers, and I most certainly do. So, I put stuff out there for people to watch, and, my views are much higher than my subscriber count. I'm sure that if I put out more targeted content, my channel would grow much faster. But again, that's not a priority for me. So, I love it when people subscribe. Don't get me wrong. I would love to, one day have 1 million subscribers. But in not really caring about that metric and just sort of putting out content that I think is valuable, I'm able to enjoy the things that I think are fantastic about YouTube without getting wrapped up in a lot of the, day-to-day grind of YouTube, which, that's not to say that that won't happen down the road. Again, I would love to become a full-time content creator and be able to do collabs and all of that. I mean, who wouldn't love to do that? I don't know. It would be a dream job for me. I think it would be a lot of fun. If you're kind of struggling with, I know I did, oh my goodness, probably for 1.5 years, maybe 2 years even, before I even shot my first video, because I kept going, okay, do I want to do, do I want to be a fashion channel, or do I want to be a beauty channel, or do I just want to do product reviews, or do I want to talk about business stuff? And because, there are so many different dynamics, it was really hard for me to settle on one, because, especially 2 years ago, it was really very much, start a niche channel. That was Shaytards, obviously, they're like the king and queen of vlogging. And, I love them. I just love them. I love how transparent and raw they are, and I've loved watching their family's journey. But the daily vlogging train was not really at the station a couple of years ago, except for them and, a couple of other people. But now it's like huge. So I think, you have a couple options when you start with YouTube. But I think the thing that I can say now, 2 years into it, with whatever number of subscribers I have, you guys can see it listed there, it's nothing that's gonna knock your socks off, is that if you just turn on the camera and start filming, right, you're gonna become more comfortable talking in front of the camera, you're gonna get better at editing, you're gonna better understand how quickly you're gonna, that you can edit and upload, so you'll understand what kind of a commitment you really can and cannot stick to with the people that are subscribed to you or potentially going to subscribe to you. I think it's good to just start. Just jump in, shoot a video about anything you want, go into your makeup drawer if you're a girl, or your closet, or your kitchen, and grab 10 things that you own and shoot a product review, because that kind of will take the focus off of you and free you to be able, so you're not sort of winging it like I'm winging it right now. I don't have any note cards, but I'm Chatty Cathy, so I don't need note cards. I could talk for an hour. But if you start with product reviews, just get you comfortable with being in front of the camera, designing thumbnails, all of that. Do you want to do the whole rigmarole where you have a high-speed camera and the Final Cut Pro and you want to go that editing route, or you just want to kind of keep it simple and do it on your iPhone like I have? I have a very, very expensive, whatever it is, the Canon something or the other, with the slick sticks and Sennheiser mics and all that stuff from projects that I've worked on in the past for the company that I own. But I don't use that right now, because I think the tools that you use or will use during that particular chapter of your life, those are the tools that are appropriate for you right now. So if you know that you can commit to using that stuff and editing and doing all that, knock yourself out, because the production value, the quality of your video is going to be so much higher. Like whenever I'm watching mine in playback, I notice, the lighting is not great. The audio is fine for me. And I've never had anybody complain about the audio. Down the road, when I feel like, okay, I want to do this more seriously, or produce higher quality videos and less quantity of videos, I'll probably switch over to higher quality equipment. I mean, that just makes sense. But what I'm saying is, don't sit there and, paralysis of analysis is the worst thing that you could do, because you might shoot a video about something that you might think is totally ridiculous and it might go viral. And you might shoot it and 15 people might watch it, but who cares? The point is that one of the biggest hurdles is, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm gonna put a video on YouTube and everybody I know is gonna see it and they're gonna judge me and blah, blah, blah. Let me just say this. If you're putting a video on YouTube and people are judging you, my first question is, do they have any videos on YouTube? Because it is super hard to make that jump. That it is nerve-wracking, because you do worry about what people think. And I think it's good to just jump off and say, you know what? I don't really care. If people want to judge me for making YouTube videos, then they do. And that it is what it is. I mean, I was so nervous the first time that I shared one of my YouTube videos on my Facebook page. That was nerve-wracking to me. And I actually received a whole lot of support from the people that I know, which was completely unexpected. I was terrified that people would be like, oh my God, what, you've owned this company for all this time, why are you doing YouTube videos? That's kind of silly. But it wasn't silly to me. It was something I wanted to do. And so I just did it, and kind of damn what other people think, whatever. And that's my advice to you, even if you just start with your iPhone or whatever smartphone that you have, shoot on there, edit on Final Cut Pro. Every single one of the videos that I have shot in the last year have been shot just on an iPhone with no external mic, no editing software except for Final Cut Pro. I literally shoot it on my iPhone. I create the thumbnail on my iPhone, all of it, edit, upload, done. I never have to touch I have a PC and all that. I don't ever have to touch any of that. And the reason that it was important to me to do that right from the beginning is I don't ever want to be married to a laptop and a big camera. And, if I want to break those out, fantastic. But I want my audience, the people that subscribe to me, I want them to understand that this is kind of, I'm just going to keep it real. And that's why, you'll see my banner. It says life through my iPhone, right? So you shouldn't have some expectation of this high quality, high production value video, because obviously I'm just shooting it on my iPhone. But that shouldn't affect the value of your content. I'm talking about, lighting, audio, but your content, what's coming out of your mouth, or, what you're offering to the YouTube community still has a high level of value, regardless of whether it's shot on an iPhone or a Canon, or if you're a Nikon person. So if you guys want to know how I do all of that for my iPhone, I know there are gobs of videos about that on YouTube, but I'm happy to share how I do it. If you would like that information, just leave it in the comments below. And then if you have any questions, or you kind of want me to look over your channel, or again, I only have as much experience as the next person, so I don't know if my opinion is worth much in that way. But I have developed quite a few brands over the years, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not so, right? I don't have such tunnel vision about my YouTube channel, because I can build a brand from the ground up, no question about it. But it's going to be really specific, and that's not what I want to do here. This is really just for me. It's for fun. If it turns into something down the road, great. If it doesn't, it's still fun for me, and hopefully fun for the people that watch it. So I hope that helps you to just kind of, just jump off, make your videos, and then you'll be able to see, if you look in your analytics, you'll know, okay, the people that watch my videos and subscribe to me the most are the people that are watching, my gaming videos or my hair tutorials or whatever it is you do. You'll be able to see that. So why sit there and, second guess? Just shoot it and then, market test it right there on YouTube. And that is, the cleanest information that you could possibly get. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will see you in my vlog tomorrow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, just turn on the camera, be yourself, and get out there. Bye, loves.